Today, I'm gonna outdo the Hut. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I love Pizza Hut, especially the stuffed crust pizza. But I wanna do something no one has ever done before. But first, research. Let's go get a pizza. Wow, brings back so many memories. I mean, you already know what this tastes like. Absolute heaven, everybody, especially if you grew up eating it. Nowadays, I still enjoy it, but I have grown to like something better, and that would be the Neapolitan style pizza. But today I'm about to do something that might piss off the Italians, because I am making a Neapolitan style pizza, just like I learned with my friend Vito, with a steak stuffed crust. So I'm gonna head back to the studio. I'm gonna use this one to compare and see which one is gonna come out better. I have high hopes, I really do. By the way, I have high hopes that I'm gonna win.
Now the first and most important thing is the pizza dough. And for that, I'm using the recipe that I learned from my Italian friend Vito. I have a full video on how to make it, and it is the best pizza dough in the planet. The next thing we're gonna need is the sauce. Use the best tomatoes you can find, because you wanna go ahead and throw them in a bowl, followed by some basil leaves, a generous amount of olive oil, then you wanna crush them up and taste it for seasoning. Add salt little by little, make sure not to add too much, because that's the pizza sauce. Now my biggest worry is that I have no idea how the meat is gonna behave inside of the crust. So first we're gonna do a test, and for that I'll be using ground beef. So once the dough was fully opened, I went ahead and added ground beef to the edges. Not too much, about just an inch in diameter. Once that was done, I went ahead and closed the whole thing up, added a generous amount of tomato sauce, followed by some fresh mozzarella, and into the oven it goes. The thing with this pizza is that you gotta cook it nice and slow. You don't wanna cook it in 60 seconds. You wanna make sure that that meat is fully cooked. And in the end, check it out. I believe that this is the world's first meat-stuffed Neapolitan style pizza pie. So even though this was just a test, it seemed to be working perfectly. The meat cooked all the way through, and I was pleased with these results. So next up, we're gonna take up a notch. And for that, I'll be using this. Oh yes! A beautiful Australian Wagyu marbling score 8-9 and 2 filet mignons, which you can see they are nicely marbled. First thing to do is to get them seasoned. I added a generous amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Once they were fully seasoned, outside we went to get a nice char flavor. So I immediately put it on a high heat and started to get a sear. You gotta remember one thing, I'm not trying to cook the steak. All I'm trying to do is to get a nice crust here, and a little bit of char as well. And once I was done with the crust, I went ahead and sliced it up. And the steak came out perfect. Still nicely rare, because remember, we're gonna cook these twice. So I went ahead and chopped everything up and made it into small pieces. Then I added that to a bowl, followed by a generous amount of mozzarella cheese and cream cheese. Mix that up real good, and that will be my filling. Come on now. Because check it out in the next step. I just piped that up to the edges, made sure to put a generous amount, closed the whole thing up, then I went ahead and added some mozzarella cheese in the middle, and it was ready to be cooked. I cooked it the same exact way as I did the previous one, as once it was fully cooked, check it out, the world's first Wagyu stuffed crust pizza. Now that is a mouthful, and I have a feeling this might be the best pizza I ever had in my life, because now that everything is ready, we're gonna be comparing it with the Pizza Hut as well. So now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat. So let's do it.
All right, everybody, and here we have some pizza, gentlemen. What do you guys think, huh?
Yeah, I see that. That's why I'm wondering, why do we have these?
Just to make it formal, no other reason. So here's the deal, I got a little experiment going on. What do you guys think? How do they look?
Everything looks good.
I mean, normally when we have an experiment with pizza, there's some steaks or something on the pizza. I don't see anything though.
Don't worry, there's steaks there. It's actually on the crust.
What?
So you know, Pizza Hut has cheese on the crust, right? I have steak on the crust. Now I want to know if this is a good idea or a bad one, but there's no way that that sounds bad. Does that sound bad?
No, that's a good idea.
That sounds like a really good idea,
That's a
okay?
good idea.
It's just so guga it hurts. You
Yes,
replace
100%.
the cheese with steak.
And we're gonna compare, because this one right here is ground beef and this one here is actually steak. I wanna know which one is actually worth it. So we have a true comparison. This is straight up from Pizza Hut.
This is some of the best Pizza Hut pizza I've seen in a while. I'm not gonna lie. It looks pristine.
Let's try to remember the taste. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I gotta tell you, I don't mind Pizza Hut.
Nothing wrong with that.
That is good.
Is it good?
It's, it's what I expect from Pizza Hut, This
Yeah.
is like, every time it's always the same, so.
Super cheesy. It has a nice buttery flavor on the crust. That filling of cheese inside the crust, I mean, it's so good. I think Pizza Hut has the best stuffed crust. Well, I mean, I haven't tried yours, but I think Pizza Hut has the best stuffed crust out of any of the other brands. The only thing I don't like about this pizza is that it does sit heavy.
It's very greasy. So, we love the Neapolitan style pizza because it's nice and light. You can actually eat a lot more, everybody. So let's give that try to this one. Give me your honest opinion. Dig in.
Man, look, it looked like a little meatball right there in the corner.
I want to know know what it tastes like. I want to know if you guys like better or not. And you know what I mean? I also love the little bubbles inside. Okay, enough talking. Let's give this a go. You guys ready for it?
I'm ready. I'm waiting on you.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Bro, I don't mind that at all, everybody.
Bro, forget Pizza Hut, bro. This is so much better.
Wow, wow, wow.
That is so different.
You know, one of my worries when I was doing it, I thought it wasn't gonna cook it all the way through, and it did. What do you guys think? I wanna know your opinion. Talk to me.
I prefer this pizza so much more. The char that it has on the bottom, plus you have those nice gooey cheese, that little tartness from the tomato sauce on top too, helps balance the flavors out. And you really get a strong meat flavor in the crust. It's actually freaking fantastic.
You know what it reminds me of? Having a meatball sandwich.
I think pizza is pizza, obviously, but whenever you do anything, homemade almost always tastes better than store-bought. And this is like apparent right now. Like this tastes like 10 times better than Pizza Hut. It's fresh, made by us. This is amazing.
And it's also so light and fluffy that you can really eat the whole pizza and not feel as gross after you have one slice of a Pizza Hut.
And it's not marinara. It's an actual tomato, you know?
There is absolutely nothing wrong with that one. Okay, now I'm gonna try this one here. Now this one's gonna be a little bit more extra special. I wanna know your honest opinion on this crust. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, there's a difference.
That is so much better.
Yo,
That is amazing.
pizzerias all over the world should be doing this, everybody. Damn.
It's like a cheese, but it's creamy on this crust.
You have that strong meat flavor in it, but it's also, like Angel said, like there's a creamier thing in there. It has more flavor. It has an additional texture as well. The pizza, I will say, is also perfectly cooked. Like the crust and the char, the little crispiness of the exterior is so different than what you have on Pizza Hut. It sounds weird, but this pizza tastes soggy compared to this.
Yeah.
This one just feels fresh and it's like crunchy on the outside, where that one is kind of just like, you gotta just bite through.
I take everything back that I said about this pizza over here, everybody. Make this one right here, okay? Now, obviously, I did use very high quality steak here. I'm not gonna lie. But I think also, even if you do a regular, inexpensive steak, it's gonna be phenomenal because I combined it with cream cheese in there. That thing is so delicious. It's on a whole nother level. And most importantly, once you master the art of making pizza, you can start experimenting like this, everybody, because that is amazing. These are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.